You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
All right, so I guess here we go. This is because we said so. And we got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And we got Ricky returning in mic 4.
Dr. Talk.
So we got Dr. Talk back in the house. You can get us at our website, BWSS Podcast. All the links, TikTok, Amazon, Spotify, they're all there. Just go to the website, BWSSpodcast.com. We record at Arcane Studios. All the music is by the Unsilenced. And we release 2 shows a week, Monday or Tuesday. This week it's going to be Tuesday, recording on Monday. We do the weekend news. And the second one, we'll just do more chill stuff. I got something for Valentine's Day planned. So, yeah, exactly. So this is the weekend news, episode 55. We're going to be talking about Myanmar, the coup that's going on right now. Tom Brady won another freaking Super Bowl. So some of us are pretty happy. Some of us are a little bummed out. Argentina, they're actually taxing the wealthy to help the needy and help with COVID. Did you guys hear this one?
Mm.
All right, cool. No. Indian farmers still protesting. Amazon faces spying claims. Did you hear that one, Laz? No? Okay. So yeah, there's a little bit going on with that. And IKEA is buying land for conservation. So those of you, once again, if you haven't turned into for a while and you're wondering kind of what's going on with the stock updates, we're going to be doing those separately. I launched a new show called Stock Peak, P-E-E-K, and everything related to the stock market we're going to be doing separately. I can say the one that we picked over the weekend is up like 50% today. So those of you who followed us on the weekend and got in with us, you have a nice little bump there. And I'm going to turn myself up just a tad. So I'm rocking the new computer, and as you guys can see, still tweaking everything a little bit. I want to say, like before, when I was running this program, OBS, I was getting like 25-30% of my CPU usage. Now it's like 8, which is nice.
That's great, right?
Yeah, it's really good. So things are going to be a lot smoother, should be getting a lot cleaner audio. It's going to take some time to tweak everything. There's no doubt about that. So just one of those things, but we're definitely going to work on it.
It's time for Quick News.
All right. BBC, Argentina imposes new tax on wealthiest. A one-off tax on Argentina's richest people comes into effect to help pay for medical supplies and relief for businesses struggling due to COVID-19. Those with assets of more than 200 million pesos, or $2.3 million, will have to pay out 3% on assets declared within the country, and over 5% on assets held abroad. It will apply to around 12,000 people. The government hopes to raise around $3 billion. The money will also help fund scholarships and social aid. Senators passed the one-off levy, dubbed the millionaire's tax, by 42 votes to 26 in December. The measure, brought in by center-left President Alberto Fernandez, has been criticized by the opposition, which describes it as confiscatory. Basically, you've confiscated my shit. There have also been concerns raised by the Argentine Rural Society that the tax could be made permanent. So almost 40% of the country's population lives under the poverty line, with the unemployment rate sitting at 11%. All right, I think we fixed the audio problem. We had this same shit with Zoom when we started before and putting in a new computer. So for those of you out there, if you have an issue with Zoom, you try to do something like this, go into the settings and unclick auto adjust the microphone. Because what it'll do is it'll auto adjust, and if it gets too loud, it'll turn it down. And here we go. Sorry, I think we got it. Okay, Laz, go ahead.
Cool. A 20-year-old man was fatally shot while filming a YouTube prank robbery. I thought this one was interesting because I watch a lot of prank videos, but then I'm just like, yo, what do you actually do if you're getting pranked and you don't even know you're getting pranked?
Some of these have been like the one that Ashton Kutcher did, man. They were some badass pranks.
Yeah, but this one,
yeah.
No, some of them be serious. Remember the one with the do-rag dude? That you're with your girl here. Oh, I just stole your girl.
Yeah,
He got shot too.
So this
damn.
this person got shot and died.
Wow.
So his name is Timothy Wilkes, and he's like very famous. He went to Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park at 9:25, according to the police statement. And he came outside. The guy inside, David Starnes Jr., walked outside, and dude just ran up on him with his friends with butcher knives, trying to like fake rob him. And he pulled out his gun and shot him. And then he died.
You gotta expect shit like that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
though.
but like exactly, like there's no way somebody's gonna run up to my car with a knife, and I'm just gonna think like, oh shit, everything's straight.
Yeah.
And then you're at a place. It's a trampoline park. There's kids there. There's people like you're not, especially with shit that goes on now. You're not
in
taking
America, bro. You
Yeah,
can't,
you're not.
dude.
Nobody's
No.
fucking around. You gotta be like, yo, it's a prank. It's a prank. My bad. Like some people, like they don't care, bro. Like.
Yeah.
You know why they do it? Because it's that first reaction. If you're being told you're being pranked, you're gonna fake it.
Sure, it's true.
Yeah. So. But,
So when you get that first reaction, it's like,
no, I mean
Yeah.
like when
Shit
the.
No, after they find out, like, yo, it's a prank, it's a
Yeah.
prank. It's too late, dude.
Yeah, pretty much,
So
it's
you
not
see
worth
him
your
rolling
life.
up. You're like, that's it.
Bro, there's no way. We all have kids here. We're not gonna go somewhere and somebody runs up to you with a knife, prank or not. Like, by the time my mind goes to the right state of mind to be like, oh shit, let me think about it, I would have got stabbed.
So
Fuck that.
was
Like,
this for a
arrested a
TV
man.
show or a YouTube channel?
He's YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
The thing
okay.
is, they already got 2 felony charges for doing that type of shit in the first place. So it's like
Strike
you didn't really
3.
learn your lesson until you learned your lesson by
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah, strike 3.
No.
No.
And he stayed on scene. He's legal. Like, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
He just was protecting himself because
Pretty
he
much.
didn't know what was going on.
No charges against him.
Yeah.
So, all right, BBC India protests, internet cut to hunger striking farmers in Delhi. You guys have heard this, right? Everything's going on over there. So, all right, India has suspended mobile internet services in 3 areas around the capital, Delhi, where farmers are staging a hunger strike and protest at new agricultural laws. And what are they fighting at? So, essentially, what they're fighting over, they had a lot of protections, the farmers there. They would get special, low, like this is the bottom the price can possibly be. They get incentives and stuff like that. And one of the things that they did was kind of open up things to the market so people didn't have to buy from the farmers. They could actually buy from elsewhere. And the farmer's like, yo, I mean, that's going to ruin what we got going on. And the thing is, like, they get a lot of subsidies. So farming, what is it, like 60% of the jobs over there are in the farming industry of some sort. Let's see, tens of thousands of protesting farmers have been camping out in Delhi's outskirts more than a month. Talks between the unions and the government have failed to break a deadlock. The protests made international headlines when a tractor rally ended in violent clashes that left one protester dead and dozens of police officers injured.
A tractor rally?
A tractor rally. So everyone brought their farming tractor in and were the farmers.
What, they just
and,
blocked everybody, or?
Or like they like kind of a protest, but bring the tractors so they
Yeah.
can see what's going on. Probably.
I mean, it's kind of been a little bit of like a, just Occupy Wall Street, kind of like one of those type of deals.
Okay.
Well, they're just in there kind of occupying the area. But people are pissed, man.
So who are they letting them buy from? Like outside sources instead of buying it from?
You can buy from, or even from companies outside of the country, I'm thinking as well. So agriculture employs about half India's, there you go, $1.3 billion population, but the sector amounts to barely a sixth of the GDP. Analysts say declining productivity and a lack of modernization have shrunk incomes and hobbled agriculture in India for decades. The government, meanwhile, provides subsidies, as I mentioned, and they don't have to pay income tax, which is pretty cool as well. Okay. They waive a lot of debts that they've incurred. Let's face it, like it's important, and they're just, the farmer's like, yo, I mean, and I can agree with that. I mean, at the very least, buy local first and then maybe source from outside. Yeah, exactly.
That's their livelihood.
Yeah, pretty much. So, all right, let me do another one here. IKEA bought 11,000 acres of forest in Georgia. This is from CNN to protect it from development. So an investment group and Swedish retail giant has acquired forests in southeast Georgia to protect land and its diverse ecosystems from development. The Inca Group, INGKA, which owns and operates most IKEA stores, purchased 10,840 acres of land near the Altamaha River Basin, the company announced on the 14th of January. We truly believe responsible forest management is possible, and we see that a large part of responsibility toward the land we owned, and by extension the planet, is to restore forests and plant more than we harvest. And that's Inca investment manager and director Kister Matson told CNN. The land acquired from nonprofit conservation organization, the Conservative Fund, is home to more than 350 plant and wildlife species. So what they do is this company, the Conservation Fund, they acquire a bunch of land. And what they do is they, section it off so it can't be divided into smaller pieces, and they sell that to companies who want to buy it for conservation. So it's pretty cool. So let's see. The longleaf pine forest covered more than 90 million acres from southern Virginia to Florida to as far west as Texas, but less than 4% of that forest is left. Due to obvious reasons.
Oh, so now less than 4% is left, and that's
less than 4% of that covered basically the entire southeast of America.
Do they have to take care of it, or is it just like...
No, you can just leave it. Basically,
as
no one's
as you
gonna
don't
touch
touch
it.
wild.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're not going to go in there.
You're not going to cut trees down. You're not going to disturb the
Exactly.
animals.
You're not going to build a
stuff
Walmart there.
Yeah.
So since 2014, the Inca investment group has bought around 612,000 acres. U.S., Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Romania. And Georgia is actually Georgia, America. It's not Georgia, the country. They have also Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Texas. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So we give it to IKEA, man. I mean, nicely done. Helping us out over here, saving the trees, especially saving our trees. You should make a lot of money over here. So, And since the government, well, they will now. The last government wasn't so keen on that. All right, Laz, what you got for your second one?
Number 2. Florida, man.
Florida again, man.
Hey, the craziest people come from Florida. We know.
$7.2 million. He uses $7.2 million from PPP to buy mansion, Maserati, and more. Feds say.
PPE or PPP?
PPP. It's a personal protection, paycheck protection program.
Oh, okay.
So that was basically
insurance for when you get laid off or short term.
This was for this was the government giving you this. If your company was going under and you wanted to pay your employees.
For the pandemic, right?
Yeah. So he had I don't even need to read this. I read it. This is from ABC anyways.
Sure.
So he had pretended that he had 40 employees making 300 something thousand a month or something like that. It's crazy. He bought a Maserati, a Navigator, a $251,000 Benz, a $3.1 million house.
Holy! How much money did they give him?
$7.2 million. And
what the fuck?
I thought they stopped making Navigators.
They still make it. That was $89,000. That's not even
They make Nautilus, not a Navigator.
Navigator.
No, the car.
Yeah, they don't make those no more.
Escalade. Do they still make the Escalade?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lincoln doesn't make Navigator. They make Nautilus.
Okay.
So then, he made a company called Magnifico in 2014. It listed as a consulting company.
Company.
Fuck you. Consulting company.
And it's Magnifico.
With free. That's exactly what it's called. Magnifico.
Yeah, sure.
He was saying that he had 441 employees with an average monthly payroll of $2.88 million.
Dude,
no.
You should have just taken the money and run.
Records show after the application, the Small Business Administration issued $7.2 million in PPP funds to
Wait, hold on. You
Magnifico.
said a monthly payment of $2.8 million?
That's what he said. That their average employee payment was. That's what he had to pay his employees. His 441
400 some employees. That's a lot.
Yeah, 2.8. Yeah, but they have no employees. He just. You're an idiot. But what are you doing, bro?
Well, he got away with it until he didn't. Should have taken that money and pieced out.
That's $4,000 a month per employee.
Yeah.
For a business, a consulting.
That's $50,000 a year. I mean, that's not,
that's not crazy.
No, it's not.
But not with nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest with you. You got to give me an A for effort.
Well,
he almost made it, bro. He bought it. He fucked up, though. You know how he fucked up?
He spent the money.
He spent too much money, bro.
Yeah, it happens. Don't you watch freaking mobster movies? Fucking A.
Dumbass.
BBC, Amazon faces spying claims over AI cameras in vans. Amazon has begun using AI-powered cameras in delivery vans that constantly record footage of drivers and upload any mistakes they make. The firm said it is an investment in safety, but privacy campaigners describe it as surveillance. The cameras will be on all the time, but only upload footage for 16 actions, including braking, driver distraction, and drowsiness. One person told CNBC the system was even triggered by the driver yawning. Kentucky-based driver said that if someone yawns, they will be told to pull over for 15 minutes. In a statement, Amazon told BBC, we are investing in safety across our operations and have rolled out a number of resources to provide delivery service partners with information to help them keep drivers safe when they are on the road. Driver Eye is designed by Californian startup Netrodyne and a transportation company which merges video and AI. So I mean, I'm not 100% against it. I got on all of them have it. All the insurance companies have it, but the
progressive one.
Well, I got what is it? State Farm.
And you stick it in.
Yeah, you stick it in there, and it's basically records how fast you're going, and if you drive to brake too
to
hard.
Get the discount. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it's not that much unlike that.
But come on, as an employee, you're tired in the morning, you yawn. Oh, pull over.
But that's the thing. Like if I'm not, nobody yawns just once.
Yeah,
it's like, there's my yawn. I'm gonna pull over 15 minutes, and
as far as employee wise, it's Amazon. There's cameras fucking everywhere, anyways. Even if you're in the building, so there's nothing wrong with having
it's nothing different. I'm with you on that.
You shouldn't be doing anything wrong, anyways, while you're driving.
All right, so we'll jump again now that we got everything going again with the audio. Man, it's amazing. Dude, even like Microsoft Office. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to type something like, oh my God, now I got to
put your agreement again.
Dude,
forget about it.
There's so much little freaking crap. All right, so shout outs. Laz, any shout outs over there?
What about Ricky?
Kind of.
Huh? What about Ricky?
What about
his story?
Oh, you really want me to do it?
What story?
All right.
Oh, you got a quick news?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man. Ricky's got a quick news.
I was on Instagram today. It was a quick meme. Some girl supposedly used Gorilla Glue instead of hairspray. I thought it was a meme, so I went on CNN today. So I'm reading this. Woman used Gorilla Glue instead of hairspray. She ended up in a hospital. A Louisiana woman has sought medical treatment after mistakenly using Gorilla Glue instead of her usual got-to-be glue hairspray.
Got to be glue? Okay. Does Gorilla Glue come in a mist? I didn't realize it came in a mist.
I don't know how you mistake that. Supposedly, she tried to wash her hair 15 times, so she went to seek medical attention. So, according to Gorilla Glue's website, the glue, which is 100% waterproof and usually used for fixing bathroom tiles, wood flooring, and decking, can be removed with acetone or alcohol.
Jesus.
No, I'm like, I saw a whole bunch of memes and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then he tells me this. I'm like, yo, you got to sit there for the show. So
on our way here, I seen the follow-up to it. So here's the follow-up. She went to the hospital. It says Brown went viral last week as she's sharing videos about her predicament on TikTok, which caught attention of rappers and many sources, which I'm not going to name. TMC says Brown obtained a lawyer and is trying to look into her legal options as far as moving forward with a lawsuit. How you going to sue Gorilla?
How you going to sue Gorilla Glue for using it as a hair product?
Oh my God, dude. That's so right. Dude, no one's that stupid.
Apparently she was.
Apparently she is.
And you should have seen the pictures. When they treated her, it took all her hair off.
Yeah, of course. You're like, Jesus Christ.
And it's like she didn't realize anything until she tried to wash the hair. It stayed in place.
All right, Jesus. So I guess let's jump into for any shout outs over there, Laz. Wow.
I have a couple of things going on with my family. My cousin's mother-in-law died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
They're in good spirits, but shout out to them. They're good. They've always been really close to me. Always the first people to do anything for my family if they need help or whatever like that. So shout out to Lids and Janelle. Make sure they're straight.
Okay, cool. Ricky?
No shout outs.
No shout outs? Okay. Lucas? No, okay. I just want to shout out Ramazan. Ramazan was a great guest. It was really awesome having him here. Sure. So it was cool. And got quite a few downloads on the video as well as the audio side. So we're really, really happy about that. So, all right, we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to come back with Myanmar. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl and then wrap it up with Lucas's WTF News. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Boom. By the way, Ricky, did you get your son out in time?
Oh, he was homeschooled, so when I got the notification,
Yeah.
he's like, doesn't apply to me.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ.
There's a threat for school.
He doesn't-
Oh, that's
he
the
doesn't-
same school?
he doesn't
Yeah, Myanmar
Wow.
High.
Oh
Okay.
shit! I saw 2 of them.
Well, that backfired on you.
That
Yeah, but yeah, your
backfired,
brother
yeah.
didn't even go to school.
That was like
no, like,
nobody got it, but me and Lucas.
yeah, but I'm like, I did not. Oh,
Yeah, now you get it, fucking dickhead.
oh man.
Jesus. Anyway, if you watched this way back in the beginning, one of Ricky's first episodes, those of you from back then, you'll get it. Anyway, Myanmar's leader, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, is detained amid a coup. Communications were suspended and flights disrupted as the military took power from an elected government and declared a 1-year state of emergency. Basically, we're going to hold this shit down as the military for 1 year. Myanmar's military launched a coup on Monday, detaining all civilian leaders and several members of parliament, her top lieutenants in the early raids. And seized power from governments established only 5 years ago. So they just had their second set of elections last November. It was only the second time there had been any elections in 50 years. And they had just happened to, because finally the military was like, okay, we're going to let democratic elections happen. And the way they wrote the Constitution was that essentially the army gets 25% of seats in parliament. They get to hold... what is it? Nation security, border patrol, and border security. So they seized power and kept power for all these other things. But long story short, the person that ended up coming into power, which is Suu Kyi, ended up becoming into power because they wrote the laws just a little bit differently to allow her to become into power. Because the way that they set up the Constitution, and the reason they did that was because the military didn't want this woman coming into power. They set it up so anyone who has or is married to somebody who isn't from that country can't become president. And she just happens to be married to somebody from the UK. So they wouldn't let her be president, but they changed something around to give her all the power and making the president not have as much power. And essentially, just like, screw you, military, I want to talk to you. Military as well, we don't want to talk to you. And so eventually things came ahead and the military decided, you know what, we're just going to take over power. That pretty much sums it up. But what's crazy is the fact that they would just, come in brazenly and arrest her on some trumped up charges and shit. Because they're keeping her arrested saying she imported walkie-talkies into the country, which is ridiculous.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
I remember a few weeks ago they talked about they're gonna do the yearly thing, but that country, I don't know, bro. They always have something going on.
Always. So here's the thing, she was really, really, Suu Kyi, Suukye. She was really, and her name is 5 names long. I'm not going to say the whole thing every freaking time.
You should.
So yeah, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi. So I think that's enough. But she really knew that there was a very tenuous situation between her and the military. And what happened was, I thought
they're redoing the election.
Well, here's the thing. So the military
They did by force.
No, they said they're
trying
going
to
to redo the
force
election
it.
at the end of the year.
So what happened is when they had the re-elections, the party that is basically the military party only, ended up losing like 83% to like 17 or something. And that they didn't get as many seats in parliament. And then it's Donald Trump all fucking over again.
And
so they're like, this is a sham. There's no way she won by that much. And I want you guys to investigate. And basically they're like, we're not going to investigate. And like, okay, well, we're just going to take shit over then.
You can't win by that much and think, oh, man, whatever.
83%.
I'm so tired of this type of shit,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Suu Kyi's party, the NLD, claimed an overwhelming victory in the election, taking 83% of the vote, which granted it, this is from CNN, granted it another 5 years in the government. Military-backed Union Solidarity and Development Party won just 33 out of a possible 376 seats in the parliament. So the military just, basically the citizens are like, go fuck yourself, military. You being military, why don't you let the civilians and us run the country?
Is it one of those countries where you're forced to be in the military like a year or two?
Lucas, can you look that up, please?
Research Lucas.
Just mandatory military in
Because if
Myanmar.
that's the case,
or
whoever
Burma.
whoever decides to stay in the military probably feels like, oh yeah, whoever's in the military, of course they're going to vote for us. But no, like
I don't think so. I don't think it's mandatory military there, because all this research that I've been doing for this, I haven't read anything about that, so I doubt it. But that's true. That's very, very true. So what's interesting is the coup came just hours before the first session of the new parliament was set to open. And what that did was that just enabled them to essentially arrest everybody right there. All the people, because everyone's there for, here's a new parliament. We're all here. Here we go. And they're like,
storm in.
Perfect time to pick out the people we don't like. And that's essentially what they did. So they picked out the people they didn't like, and then they put in their own freaking people, and they're going to keep that shit on lockdown. But there's been some serious protests. BBC, for the overwhelming majority in Myanmar, Facebook is a primary means to access the internet. Some users are managing to circumvent the ban by using VPNs, which I had mentioned on this show a couple times because we have people that listen to our show via a VPN. So what they do is they don't have access to podcasts here in America for whatever reason. So using a VPN to circumvent that, like if you're in Europe and you want to watch American shows, just get a VPN and use that VPN to connect to an American server.
Is that illegal at all?
It's not illegal. No. I mean, companies don't like it, but you can't, it's not illegal to connect to a different country.
It's only illegal if your country bans the content.
Yeah. I mean, you can get in trouble for that. I'm down. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I would think so.
But it's not illegal just to block your IP address.
And even at that, like most of the time, it's not illegal to watch something. You know what I'm saying? If you download it, that's when it can get a little bit hairy. But just watching something, most of the time, like they're going to get you for watching something. It's like, oh, I just happened to pass across it. I didn't download it or anything.
Not for everything, bro.
Well, fair
the
enough.
way you explained that.
Yeah, it's like you telling people, go do it. Go try
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
don't know what I've
you have to really, really, really fuck up for them to, for watching something.
You need to
Probably
stop watching bestiality, bro.
dark
That's just
dark
crazy.
web shit. I like watching two bugs have sex. What the hell? So BBC, some
I'm out.
users.
You said BBC.
BBC, I'm out. Did you find
there you
anything,
go.
Lucas? Mandatory military Myanmar.
The only thing that I really found reputable from like CNN is about the coup.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to
Just type in mandatory military Burma or Myanmar. You can
Or
try
go to
Burma.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, that's where he gets a lot of his information, which isn't the greatest place, but some of the stuff we ask is pretty obscure. So some users are managing to circumvent the ban, like using VPNs that I mentioned, but there's a 4,300% increase in VPN demand, and most of their internet they get from Facebook. That's where they get most of their contact with the outside world, stuff like that, which is kind of scary when you think about it, but if that's what they have. Monday's events have been widely condemned internationally. President Joe Biden threatened to review sanctions on Myanmar. So we had actually had sanctions on them for the longest time because of exactly what's happening right now. And so it was like 5 years ago, we lifted the sanctions. They brought in a president, or not a president, but what is it, a leader? I can't remember the name of it. But they brought her in, and they're like, okay, you guys are doing the right thing. You guys are doing great. It's working. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of freaking people ended up getting attacked. So Sun Suu Kyi opted for the phrase rather sweet to describe generals in her cabinet 3 years on as she sits under house arrest. Once again, the victim of the swiftest coups, her decision to defend the army either for personal or political reasons looks very bad. Supporters will tell you she was in an impossible position and taking a tougher stance would have hastened her incarceration. Her critics say she still could have shown at least a flicker of compassion for the persecuted Muslim minority. So what happened was there's a bunch of Muslims there that just literally just got obliterated. A lot of them crossed the border over into Bangladesh, and she kind of she just wouldn't condemn it. And the reason why is because the military, she's scared of the military because they would do exactly what the fuck they just did. Few people speaking freely would reach for labels of affection, but in 2018, a year after the world watched the horrific expulsion and mass murder of the Rohingya people, the alleged genocide, Aung San Suu Kyi opted for the phrase rather sweet. So, I mean, she just refused to condemn it. A lot of people were pissed off. So that's when the sanctions actually kind of went back on again.
It sounds just like here, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the
same exact
thing.
shit. And what's crazy is when you hear us talking about another country, like that's how messed up is that? But you're absolutely right.
But this
exact same crap.
We're not like this story didn't really intrigue me maybe like last year it probably would have.
Yeah, but after all the crap,
After all the shit we've gone through,
Yeah.
like past 2 years, I was like, this is just what everybody's doing now.
we made it out though. At least we're on the other side for now.
for now.
Sure.
But still, we just have a year of like
Other side.
bullshit.
Well, we got Trump out, and now we can start looking forward to healing a little bit. Fucking A. And like, storming the Capitol and, trying to take the Michigan governor.
You only see that outside of the country. So once it happens, once it happens here, when we hear about this news about somewhere else, it's like, okay, well, it happened here now, so it's not even. It's not that it's not interesting.
But luckily, the military didn't get involved. It was just Trump trying to get involved, and even our own military leaders were like, "No,
no. But they're never going to be able to do something. They would never do something like that.
they
Military is
can't.
never going to go against the government here.
100%." I mean, when you get under the military, you sign an oath to the Constitution, not the president.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where they're going to hold on to power. It's just a matter of whether or not there's enough political pressure to keep that from happening, but it's not going to work. It's not like we can just go in there. The only thing that can really happen is more protests, and they're still protesting.
They're not gonna
big
stop.
time.
They're not going to be able to change it. They're not letting that go.
Do you think
if
it'll
you
change?
If you sanction them, it still ain't changed.
Yeah, but
Change.
us sanctioning them is not going to make them change.
That's what I just
And
said.
then
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And the people are probably scared of the military as well.
Sure,
Yeah, so
100%.
it's like, you're not. It's different if you have a group of people that are armed. You're going to fight the military of the country? Like
No.
like that's crazy.
I mean,
Unless you're a
everyone
militia.
here has guns, so maybe we could do it here, but
nah, we can't
not
even
over
do
there.
it. We can't even
You
do it
can.
here.
It's just not going to be a fight.
We can't do it here.
You can.
Like you even you couldn't even fight a police department here.
Yes,
like
you can.
you
Yes, you
could,
can.
but
You
you
can.
can't.
You
You're not
can.
gonna win.
I never said you're going to win.
Okay,
I said
guys,
you can.
just whip him out and measure. Jesus Christ.
You're not gonna, here we go.
Fucking A.
This nigga. This
So, politicians and activists alike are racing to find out who had been detained. A military television network announced a one-year state of emergency. Buddhist monks, writers, activists, filmmakers were rounded up. So, I mean, everyone, and just like you're saying, like people are not messing around. They're just going to come out and take you. And you go into a military in a situation like this, military prison, good luck if you ever get out. They're not even going to know that you disappeared.
You're not even here.
Yeah,
Who's
pretty
that?
freaking
Who?
much. Pretty freaking much.
Who's Ricky?
So, Myanmar's human rights organization, Assistance and Association for Political Prisoners, AAPP, geez, what a mouthful, has documented at least 133 government officials and legislators and 14 activists that have been detained since Monday. So they're rounding up everybody. And yeah, Suu Kyi is basically they put her in jail saying, they're keeping her in house arrest saying she imported walkie-talkies. Like, give me a break, dude. So that's what's going on. We'll see what happens. It's pretty messed up.
Did you see the girl that was videoing a jazzercise video?
Did you guys
As
see
a-
this?
No.
She's doing this like dance video, like this, and behind her is the freaking military rolling up on this compound, with like all these freaking vehicles to like take over the area, and she's just dancing along like nothing's going on and shit. I think she's got like millions of views.
It's probably like her normal life.
yeah,
Why am I so famous?
yeah, pretty much. So, all right. Well, that being said, let's go ahead and just talk about the Super Bowl. Tom Brady
No.
did it again. Did it again, folks. So, Ricky, you didn't want Tom Brady to win?
No, he hates Brady.
Do you? Why do you hate Brady?
It's
Hold
not
on.
that.
Please tell us why you hate Brady.
It's too good to be true.
It's too good to be true.
All right, just like I told.
So you think he's
last,
juicing like a lot of people think he's juicing,
I ain't saying
No,
he's
no,
juicing.
no, no.
All right,
or whatever,
I'll give you
something
an
along
example.
those lines.
Everybody's saying LeBron's is the greatest when it comes to basketball. No, it's Jordan. You know why? In my
It
opinion,
was Jordan.
Jordan never lost a championship. Just like I feel, even though Brady has 7 rings, it's Joe Montana. He never lost.
Okay, but how
That's
many?
why?
What Montana got 4? Was it 4?
He was 4 for 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Brady's what? 7 out of 10.
Yeah, but
you
dude,
still lost.
You there 10 times,
No,
bro.
Yeah,
No,
I'll give him
And he
second.
won 7.
Listen, undefeated is undefeated. I'm sorry. 72
He's in
Dolphins.
18%
undefeated. Listen,
of all Super Bowls that have ever
72
happened.
Dolphins,
He's
undefeated.
18%.
Sure, I'll give you 72 Dolphins.
Yeah, undefeated is undefeated.
Of
That's what I'm
course,
trying
the
to
Miami
say.
guy would bring up the Dolphins somehow,
Bro, I don't. Duh,
And like I told
he
Laz-
wasn't even a Dolphins fan.
I'm done with sports.
He's a.
I'm about to take up
Oh,
hockey.
now you're done with sports.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like basketball.
He's
Last
not
year I told him, If the Lakers won, I'm not watching basketball. I don't watch basketball. Yesterday I told him if Brady wins, I'm not watching football.
Here's the thing.
So I'm either going to go hockey or baseball.
Everyone thought it was Bill Belichick and not Brady. Brady's like, all right, you know what? Peace. I'll see you later. 43 years old, oldest to ever be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, hosted in his own hometown.
He went into the losingest franchise in all of the major sports that we have here. No one had lost more
than the
Bucks. Went in 1 year, a year with COVID, so they hardly had any practice. They didn't have any preseason. Went in there and just freaking crushed it and just obliterated them.
It was easy. It looked easy.
The defense, we got to give it to the defense.
Yeah,
the defense just like, bravo, man.
You got to do one of these.
He wouldn't have been able to do it without Gronk.
Well, and that's true. And Gronk was like, you know what? I'll come along. Came out of retirement to go play with Tom Brady over there.
Yeah, he was in wrestling for a while. Came back. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, how do you like?
He went to wrestling?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was in pro wrestling for a little bit,
Like WWE or like
something like that. Yeah,
he was at WWE.
I don't think he was like, he had like one or two matches or whatever.
Yeah,
but
he
it
was
cool.
a headliner. He came in, did a little thing.
So, but how do you
Hockey.
Well, the Flyers are kicking ass. Hockey. Fucking A. Well, I got to say, I just got to give it up to Tom Brady. Yeah. I love Andy Reid. I'm an Eagles fan. I just love Andy Reid. And, I just feel like the story's too good not to give it to Tom Brady. So,
he was so like, we knew we were going to win anyways.
Well,
at the interview,
you have to have that attitude when you go in, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
I might sound like a hater right now, but I know his one kryptonite.
What? Tom Brady?
Eli Manning.
Sure.
Eli beat him twice.
That's true.
All right, bro, damn.
Man, he's just like got the hate on deck now.
What else stats you got that's negative?
Yeah, right.
Let me know. Please.
He lost to Seth's team also.
He did lose to the Eagles. Yep. I gotta love that too. So
and won the rest.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. You win 7 out of 3, 70% in Super Bowls. I mean, just the fact that you're in 7 out of 10, I mean, in 3 losses, but just the fact that you have enough that you can even win an even 70%.
Some of them are questionable.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Deflategate. Who cares?
Wow.
You deflate the fucking ball. Who cares? It helps both, They didn't inflate it that much, I would think. I mean, whatever. I'm not defending it. It was a little bit fucked up, but...
We won't even know if it's real or not.
Yeah, you'll never know. Whoever it was definitely
right,
did good.
If you want to take that one away, who wins 6 out of 10 anyways? Nobody.
Let alone 7.
Yeah.
So what's up with Reed? Obviously his brother was in a car accident.
Son.
Yeah.
No, his son.
His son was driving?
Yeah, he's looking at possible heavier charges because there's a little girl that is in critical condition.
She's been, 5,
nobody
5
died,
years old.
Right?
Nobody died, but she's been in critical.
Yet.
For sure.
Not yet. And it's not, I haven't seen too much on it, but she's still in critical like a week later.
Why are they giving charges?
Because he was alcohol
drunk
in his system.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yep. That's it.
Oh, so, they didn't talk about that. They just only said pray for the family.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to obviously
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah, but it is a touchy subject, and you know what, man? It's the type of distraction that'll ruin your Super Bowl.
And he's had problems, and his
it's the second time.
Problems.
Oh, that's the second time.
Time.
He got in trouble.
This is going back years with the Eagles.
Yeah, he had issues like back in the day with substance or something like that. I don't think he had a second hit and run or injuring somebody.
It was possession and firearms charges.
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
Thing.
That's America.
Still a crime.
No, but I mean, like, remember I was talking to you about? Oh, maybe I was talking to my brother. Like certain jobs when you have we have background checks, but they're like a global company.
Sure.
And like let's say the company you're in Amsterdam and you're in the United States. Your company policy is like, I don't give a fuck about this because I don't give a fuck about it in this country, so I don't give a fuck about it in America either.
Well, guess what? Both crimes happen in America.
Yeah, but who cares? You can't have.
You have to care. That's like saying, a murder is not as bad as armed robbery.
Well, you can look at dog
Murder's
fighting
not
with
legal
Michael
anywhere.
Vick. Some countries, nobody gives a shit about dog fighting.
Yeah, they don't care about dogs at all.
Here, it's just like, people give a shit. Just like we're in that little area he was. There's dog fighting going on in this country. It doesn't, it's not a secret. That little pocket where he wasn't that big a deal. It's just that the rest of the country didn't
happy
agree
about it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely all relative. But better luck next year. Hopefully the Eagles can pull something out. Obviously rooting for them first. Be great if the Dolphins did something.
They weren't that bad this year.
They were pretty good.
Go for stretching.
It's good, right direction. The Washington Redskins finally dropped the Redskins, become the Washington football team, and look what happens. They finally make the playoffs. So, I'm just saying, a little bit of
Okay, they
little
dropped
bit
the
of baby
Redskins
steps.
because of the Native Americans, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
So
enough
what about
people
FSU?
Well, there's a lot of people that have been making changes. What is it? The Chicago or the Boston? What was it? The Red Sky. Which baseball team is dropping?
Atlanta Braves?
No, Chicago.
Cleveland Indians?
Cleveland Indians. There you go. So Cleveland Indians, they're dropping their name. They said they're going to do it next year. Apparently, they want to get a new name first. They don't want to be the Cleveland baseball team. But
What about FSU?
yeah, I mean, a lot of people are gonna have to do it. My high school was the Red Raiders. We used to have the Tomahawks.
We have a Red Raiders here in Miami too.
So I think
Is it
gonna take
because
some time.
they just feel like they shouldn't be using those people like using like a shark, like somebody like the Sharks? Or,
I don't know. I mean, Redskins was a little bit of a term, but the Chiefs, you can't. What's wrong with saying the Chiefs?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like Redskins, I get it.
Yeah.
Chiefs. That's nothing.
I mean, the Chiefs didn't say they're going to do it. Even the Cleveland Indians, I guess they don't want to be, be looked upon as an object in that way. I guess, like the I don't know, the freaking Washington white folks, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can understand that. So I don't know, whatever.
Back to football. Mahomes has time to be great anyway.
He's got
and
plenty
he already
of time.
won a Super Bowl.
This is going to be a great
and he already
lesson.
won one last year, right?
Yeah.
So he's good. He's vibing.
It's a good lesson for him. I felt bad though. He was trying so hard.
He just got hurt though, bro. And his line was not
that's
there.
not what you were saying last night. You were happy.
What? No, because of
Throw
you.
another pick. Throw another pick.
For you. Because I wanted Brady to win just so I could fuck with you for the rest of the year. That's why.
I stopped watching after the third quarter anyway.
Yeah, but that's why. Not because I could care less about the Super Bowl yesterday, honestly. But for Ricky, just to fuck with Ricky for the rest of the year,
Sure.
I'm definitely happy Brady
Yeah,
won.
I'm done.
Greg got it. I'm gonna give Greg a text. I haven't texted him yet. I'm happy for him. So
He's a Brady fan now.
Oh,
He's not a Brady fan. He was a Patriots fan.
no, he was like
Sorry.
Tampa Bay Patriots is
Yeah.
what he texted.
I hate people like that.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not on that.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna ask him what jersey you
Donovan
have right now.
McNabb left the Eagles and he went to win a Super Bowl. I'd be super happy for him.
No, you
100%. I would. Of course I
No,
would.
because you know why?
What if
you
he
didn't bring
won-
the
what if
Super
he-
Bowl to your hometown?
What if you won against your team?
That would suck.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
And the Bucks won in their home freaking field, which has never happened.
That's never happened. That's crazy.
It's just the story's too good for it not to happen like
It's so
that.
beautiful.
Yeah. Fucking
I was,
haterade over there.
You know
Look at
how
my face looking at you.
You know what's
yeah,
crazy
I
is
see it.
when they choose the what team's gonna have where the Super Bowl's gonna be in, what city it's gonna be in.
Yep.
They're like Tampa's never gonna be in the Super Bowl. Don't worry. They're like, oh,
You
shit.
said that because your dad said that last night.
No, I said that. He
No,
wasn't
he
the one who
said
said
that.
it.
Jeez, these two, man. It's like a
Oh,
married
man, this
fucking
guy-
couple.
That's why.
Good Lord.
See, I have enough for you for the week.
All right, Lucas. So you ready for your WTF news? Yes, I am. You are? All right. Let me see here.
It's time for.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
WTF news, folks. So, Lucas, what you got for us today?
This week, I have an article from CNN
Sure.
that comes out of Denmark.
Okay.
Dated January 7th of this year.
Okay.
But Denmark debuts a new children's TV show about a man with his huge and uncontrollable penis.
What?
So
Denmark-
there's a children's show.
I
Yeah.
didn't know they made a show about me.
Yeah. Oh, geez. There you go.
Oh,
The truth
You
hurts,
should be
folks.
yo.
Yeah, he should be.
Hey,
That would never fly here. So it's a children's show. Are you sure it's a children's show? It's not an adult show.
It's
Okay.
a children's show.
Okay. So please.
Is it like Adult Swim where you have cartoons for adults?
No,
or-
it comes from their PBS station, like a PBS
Okay.
BBC.
Wow. PBS, BBC. Okay.
BBC.
It comes from the Danish version of those channels.
Okay. So please do explain.
Denmark's flag, and I'm reading from the article.
Sure.
Denmark's flagship broadcaster suffered blowback over its newest children's TV program, John Dillamond, an animation starring a man with a penis so massive and flexible it could save children from danger, fetch objects from a river, and operate as a pogo stick.
Okay. Pogo stick, you said?
Yep.
Oh my God.
What, stranger danger?
Yeah.
Maybe because we're in America, it's just very dirty.
Yeah, maybe over there, like, you
Maybe
know.
it's normal.
No,
Penis
wrong
just
is
a
wrong.
normal thing.
What do you mean? It's not
Super
like,
schlong.
In episode 1, for instance, the mustache Dillamond uses his gigantic stripy organ as a lead for his dog, but quickly finds himself inundated with requests from his neighbors to take their pets out for a walk too. At another point in the show, he is stuck floating in midair after the balloons are tied to his groin.
So who?
So
how
is the
does this get
character a
approved?
penis or is
No, it's
it
a
like
guy
It's the man.
penis
man with
the,
a big?
It's-
Yeah,
with the
just
length of a pogo stick.
super schlong. So how does this get past? Like, who puts? Like, I don't even. Was it like Saturday morning cartoons and shit?
I
you
guess
know?
they don't have no FCC, whatever it's called.
FCC, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a huge success with the episode getting 200,000 views for the first episode alone.
I guess so. I want to watch it. Let's
Is
be
it on
honest.
TV or on YouTube?
No,
Yeah, we can
it's
probably
a
find it.
show.
We can probably find
Yeah,
it on YouTube.
What is it called?
Oh, I thought it
It
was
is-
super strong for real.
John Dillamond.
It should be super. John
From-
Dillamond. All right.
Yep.
You can't make it back because it's gonna be dirty.
Yeah.
Like-
I will look it up. I'm going to take a look. So, all right, folks. Well, that's it for episode 1. Any last minute thoughts before? Dude, this was a rough one getting through this. All
Yeah,
this
for sure.
last minute technical advanced stuff. So, out there listening, out there watching, if you see some ugly edits and you hear some shit, just we're still working out the technicalities with the new computer. But all right, well that's it. I guess Seth and Mike 1. We got Laz and Mike 2.
Yo.
Lucas and Mike 3.
Hey.
We can still hear him. That's good.
Hey.
Good Lord. Lucas's audio just keeps dropping out. I don't know what's up. I'm going to work on it. So, and then we got Dr. Talk. We got Ricky in Mike 4, Shake and Bake. So,
The name of the first episode is called Lasagna.
long lasagna. Yeah. There you go. So, John Dillamond, we're going to look it up. We'll watch it. All right. We'll see you guys in a few days. Boom.
Because he said so.
Yeah, because we said so.